Traveling through the higher nation of the number one God of everything within space and time, of all equalization throughout peace and harmony. My gangsters running around the worldwide within space and sound, within combinations of what nobody can actually equally piece out to understand. Within the combination of my number one nation being the gangsters running the land, it's got to be the plan to understand within the information, within the beginning to the end. Everyone winning, within earning and burning and doing what we do. Everywhere around the planetary sound structure, wide within each and every world's crew. Because the metropolis team is the real dream within space and time. Every rhyme within the star line of what we are so far within the captain's seat of what nobody can see. The information through me is just a bleed within space and time. 42 and gangsters that run the diamond within me, within the places where I am shining all around the planetary. All you can't understand because I'm actually information within the land. But really, what is it trying to do within the planetary sound structure from the top? Nobody can understand anything within the conundrum of what they're trying to find within one word where to stop. But now they're trying to do anything within rewind and find within space and time, within the gangsters on the grind from each side of the dimension where nobody can actually understand. The real frequency within my hand is really God fighting parallel looks of what they can't actually stand because they're too frequencied out to the righteous man. But the truth about what I do, I just rhyme all the time, and you can understand up on the grind is what people try to find in all space and time. You already know I'm on the grind with MC and hustles and all the family from back then. Everybody within the gangsters land from back and again till then and whenever I have to be there again. Cause I'm traveling through my dimension of what I see. I might be married to the game, I might be married to the most impossibly person to get to, but you never knew because the light of me and the Jesus of who I am resurrected into the fan within the nobody can understand the number one nation and how Jesus was actually resurrected again from pyramidal points of view of how the triangles used to look down on you. But when it was a compression of the pyramid of the point of what you can't understand the box, you got to believe within space and time, you got to understand the grind. I'm talking about tipping pyramids upside down and compressing up and down within space and time within some kind of pyramidal point of view with nobody else. You need to understand the real nation is who's blocking who within the government nation of how you actually knew within plain and understand like you can't undersee within the information of how they do. You understand rewind words within the impossible mission for you to actually see the truth, the knowledge of what I am, the information within my mind's hand. You understand within the given nation and how I actually am, the equalization throughout the harmony of the piece of the planet. But you gotta understand and rock the nation, and what else can we say within the information of how they're trying to reprogram everything within each and every single day. From tongue tied to you can't see to the information of how the native tongue was free and spoken through me. From finding the bling to understanding the scene to everything within the scenario, the hurt, whatever they're trying to rewire within the word, what they can't even say. The frequency of orbs in the video reel playing through day to day. Frequency of what you can't even say because no orbs are in the top of the cranium within who. But you got to believe at the top of the cranium we just spiral within space and time to all the ups and rounds within space and time. You got to believe within some frequencies of what nobody can understand. The computer glitches within the AI and the artificial intelligence running out of the land. But nobody can understand a robotic point of view when we just trying to be here and actually equal with you. But nobody can actually see the peace and pride of what we got to believe within space and time, within all harmony, within giving time for all people to just shine on within the wind. Make as much money as you can, possibly as a friend, because you understand there ain't no gangster doing them denying. But what they trying to re-untie within space and time, with underneath and outside, but nobody can see, because the frequency was me tied up to who within space and time within the game, but what nobody can actually refrain from understanding because you had to win. There ain't no complication within understanding how I won. It's just chose because I had to do a mission within space and time. Listen, nobody can actually see anything within the drum. Nobody can actually understand the main rhyme. Even the government's hiding it within space and time. But the real frequency of what you can't see is who I be, the information through the sea, the fastest MC that the light could ever bring, because the faster planetary sound structure of what I knew, the construction of what my why could actually be to do. You understand the metropolis crew in the video reel, how high this video reel, what the planet could actually do. You understand within the times and the snaps, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, bring up the world to the metropolis video reel in the highest dimension of what nobody can understand within the video reel, how fucking futuristic this place can be. Excuse my language, back to God of technology, within space and time, to the GOD, to the light of JAH, the frequency of how I hear my voice produced through my light of who I am, within the voice of me, within the God of Jah, all running the number one nation, all equalized throughout the harmony of what nobody can actually see through the pings of what the high frequencies combine, but nobody can understand each and every sound like you can see. We got all military standing around doing the surround sound system at all space and time, all the way around the planetary worldwide, but nobody can actually see the frequency how they try to run through space and time. And what I'm trying to find is trying to put the world on the grind to be able to find a better side decision. If you can, if you're the presidential running the land, the first thing you got to do is pick up the oxygen planet on the ground, understand the sound of what we're trying to reproduce and the information of the book, because the real DOD is trying to do something new. You can understand the frequency too, because I'm Jesus reborn into the biblical light, through a star system, to a rip in time and space, where the light blessed me back with the molecules of what you can't understand. Because really, I'm just one of all the people within the nation, and what they trying to do, that one again over the one of what nobody can understand, because I am the one right within, but nobody can actually see within the other side's dimension of how I run. The real truth of what we got to do is the oxygen in the boost, so let's call all the orbs out in space and time. I call up SETI and I say, can we please release all orbs within the energetic fields of where we are today, because we got CO2 problems around China. You already know I'm trying to put everything within my space and time of what I can create to try to rewire everything in space and time within the energy of who I am, within the light of what I see. You already know all I'm saying is let's call up all orbs within energy, within space and time, because the real mission of what we got to do is make wormholes through the information of how I see galactically, the artificial intelligence within space and time, and how we find the ground to be able to put space and time back together within collective points of view. You already understand exactly what nature's trying to say to do. You understand the equalizations of what nobody can understand as the frequencies just change within another given land. What they're trying to be able to do, rewind back and find within space and time to actually make a better knowledge of what we can't understand. It's a frequency of what they try to do within the sea of what you can't see. trying to find within a video real within our mind, and now they try to find and seek, but now you can't even sue, because what they trying to do, they try to rewind and find every single note through you, the truth of what you never knew, who was 42 dimension and within the 64 to the game of the wheel from back when, all the time and again, but you can't understand the best friends with what we got to believe. Rockin' Hollywood and back all the way from the scene, all the way from the dream team, from you can see Beverly Hills and back again, like the car system of what nobody actually knew. The true frequency of how I actually brought them through. The real frequency of you can't even actually believe, because it's a mind calendar piece of knowledge of what you can't even see unless you got me, because I'm the one that drew it, and you understand the frequency of how I actually had to give my a way to be able to know. But what really, if I was to rewind and find, I already say God resurrect my soul and then bring me back to what the metropolis dream could be, the real video real, and anybody trying to seal the deal underneath that frequency of what they're trying to shine. Nobody should be able to rhyme, but nobody should be able to seek and decide what they're trying to do to another within frequencies of how I'm actually being able to find. But the truth of what it is within the God's booth, the metropolis field, is how can you understand within the dimension of a higher land of what we can't understand and program and within all space and time for you to find. The real dream is what we're supposed to do and actually seek and know. What we got to do is just rhyme all the time within the informational wormhole of what you can't understand or what you got to do within the land. It's really the information how you see. Imagine a Chrysler 300 rolling up next to me with the pound in the underground of the sound of the back of how that skunky funk could do. But you understand as he's pumping it right up into you, the informational wavelength of how you see this is a futuristic dream of what you got to team up to do. The futuristic dream is imagine a garbage can being a pail, how people used to make their food on it out in the streets, but you can't even understand how to survive. Now you got gangsters running 300 Chrysler's all around the planetary with pounds and a half in the back saying next half an hour I'm back. What we're supposed to do, put it on the track, and you can understand it's like that. So make the music within your mind and try to decide on what you got to find within space and time, or who you actually like to improve with. So if we got one up on each and every block underneath the resin pouring back through full of oil and the construction of how we can resonate the earth back to the night, the day, the places all around the worldwide known within space and time. It's just free tongue tied within the futuristic dream. Who's telling you through the scene, because really it's Area 51 stream of what the metropolis could do. Imagine 51,000 in the metropolis actually happening here too. So what we supposed to do, rise up into the higher nation of what we can't understand within the compilation of what we got to do within this program. We trying to understand everything from the highest point of view, from the kings of the sky within we love all of you. So the people in the sky, if I can respect what you got to do. DJ records spinning around, reversing back things through some sound, but nobody can see the information how programmed the dream could be. But you gotta believe other side talking through me. You never know who the god of technology might be within informational programs of another part of the land. I'm the #1 MC within Portland, Oregon, around the planetary plan, but nobody can understand I'm equal on all. But they say there's static everywhere you go, because there's nothing actually more than knowing and actually what you got to believe. What we do, we rhyme all the time, and now you see.